right, so as you can see, joining me on the video chat here is Lumsden, Saskatchewan's own Justin Labrash. I see you got out of the ranch for long enough to chat with me. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, you betcha. You messaged me this morning or yesterday morning just before I did chores, and so it was perfect timing. I was actually able to look at my phone before I went out.
Oh, that's good. So, I guess off topic from the music, how is calving season going for you guys? I know you guys had that couple months ago. How did things turn out?
Good. We're almost done. I think I only have 4 or 5 left, and that'll be good. So as soon as that's done, we'll brand and vaccinate, and everybody will go out to the pasture and be fat and happy all summer.
Awesome. That's good to hear. So, speaking of being, well, maybe not fat and happy, but at least happy, you got a concert series coming up across the province here. You got a spot in Kindersley. You're raising some money. So, I guess tell me about the Hell or High Water tour. Or no, that's not what it's called, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I knew it was Hell or something, but for some reason it slipped my mind. The Hell or High Water tour. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so we called it the Hell or High Water Tour because we knew we were gonna play some sort of show somehow, some way this year. And last year we started doing the drive-ins to
The first ever to do it. Don't let Brett Kissel steal that one on you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, so we started that last year and continued through the summer, and then did a couple in Estevan in the winter, right before Christmas, and so ended up being 13 drive-in shows in 2020, which was pretty crazy and interesting learning curve starting it, and then by the end it was old hat by that point. And then this year was really uncertain. We didn't know what was going to be happening. We didn't know, are we going to be back to regular shows? Are we going to still be doing drive-ins? Are we going to be even further locked down? The drive-ins are even impossible. Like, who knows? And there was a lot of questioning, and at a certain point I said, you know what, forget it. We are doing something. I don't care what it is. I don't care how it is. I don't care if it ends up being me standing on the back of my truck all alone with no sound system whatsoever. I will just sing really loud. We are bringing music to community somehow, and it's coming together. So we are able to bring a full drive-in with all the sound and lights and band and everything. So it's going to be a great show.
Awesome. And I know you're supporting Relay for Life with the stop here in Kindersley. Is that the cause you're supporting across the whole tour, or is it switching it up for different events?
So each tour stop is going to have a local charity partner, and we work with the communities. And what we did last year, and we're continuing to do that this year, is we have a local contact, and we ask what's a charity that could really use help this year. Because fundraising efforts are very difficult to do and very different than they used to be. It was pretty simple for smaller communities. They would have a fowl supper or maybe a cabaret or something, and they would raise money that way. But with the pandemic going on, it's not as simple as that to just have a group of people come out and support. So we want to make sure that we're able to support causes that really need that help. And Relay for Life, for example, supports the Canadian Cancer Society, and that's a big fundraiser for them. And you can't really have hundreds of people walking around in a building together right now, and so we decided to help them out that way. And then the rest of the communities is just going to be a similar thing. Last year we raised money for everything from splash pads to youth centers to food banks. It was all over the place. So I'm pretty excited to be able to continue to do that and support the community.
Awesome. Well, I think your head's in the right place with this kind of thing. I think it's really cool that you're doing some charity concerts here. Now, is that kind of part of the reason why, like, I noticed, I was looking at your website this morning, that you didn't have a specific venue nailed down for Kindersley yet. Is that still kind of in the works, or what's going on there?
Yeah, still in the works. We have the show booked. We have the town of Kindersley on board. We just haven't nailed down the exact parking lot that we are going to stop and set up our stage on. But that'll be announced very soon, and details for all the shows will continue to come out on my social media and my website as well.
Awesome. And for people who don't know that kind of stuff, where can they find that kind of thing?
Facebook, I'm Justin Labrash, singer-songwriter. Instagram, just Justin Labrash. I'm on TikTok now because that's apparently a thing. And then my website is labrash.net.
I think I saw a video of yours on TikTok shared of you chasing cattle through the trees the other day, weren't you?
Oh, jeez, that was a nightmare. We got our cotton back in the trailer, but that was about a 5-man operation trying to catch that darn thing. Actually, I have a podcast that I post now and then, and I told the full story. So if you're into podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, go look up the Gabbin Cabin, and you can listen to that episode and many more. And it's a little different side of me, kind of relaxed, and you never know what's going to come out of my mouth.
Oh, that's interesting way to put it there. The Gavin Cabin. Oh, I like the name. Where'd that come from?
It was just basically I have trouble once I start talking, I can't really shut up. And I figured, hey, I'm gonna have friends to come on the podcast. And so far, it's just been virtually, but eventually, hopefully, I can sit down with somebody. And my kind of vision eventually is out back. We have a little piece of the valley, and right in the bottom, I kind of want just completely off the grid. Just take a generator out there to run the recording software, and a couple of us can just sit down and do an hour, 2-hour podcast in the middle of the bush. No power, no nothing.
Hey, that sounds like a lot of fun there. That actually seems like a really good environment just to sit and chat with somebody, actually, where you're not, don't have all these dang things around to distract you, that kind of thing. You're just sitting and chatting.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no cell service back there. So the only entertainment we would have is conversation.
Well, there you go. But speaking of distractions, you know what? I'm really excited to see your concert coming to Kindersley here in August. Just give everybody the rundown one more time. Where do they find tickets? How do they get them? All that kind of thing.
Yeah, you betcha. So tickets and information is all available on my website, labrash.net. We have 8 shows announced right now. So if you can't make the one in Kindersley, there's others that may not be too far away for you. And we would love to see you out at one or more. And all the shows support a local charity, so your money is going to a good place.
Awesome. One more thing I'll ask you. Anything for new music that we could be seeing anytime soon?
Yes, I'm very glad you asked that. So this is new, and you were the first to hear about it.
Oh boy!
Other than my team, but this summer I am releasing a new EP. So it's going to be a 5-song EP with a couple new songs on it called the Hell or High Water EP. Just because we were planning to do some more recording, and we only got this far with it. And I said, well, again, I'm going to put some sort of new music out somehow, some way. And why not name it after the tour as well? And it's kind of comes off the same idea. So there's definitely going to be some new music out, and a brand new CD to buy when you're at a drive-in show this summer.
Awesome, Justin. Well, that sounds fantastic. And when the Hell or High Water tour hits here in Kindersley August 14th, maybe we'll have to bug you again here and talk a little bit more about the new songs and stuff like that before the concert actually goes on.
100%. I'm always here to chat.
Awesome. Well, Justin, thank you so much for joining me on the video chat here and on the radio as well. I think people are going to be pretty excited to have a concert here in Kindersley again.
Well, thank you.